Then take questions.
Well, we ran into a really hot team. Again, team that was a desperate team. They lost a couple games, 2 or 3 games in a row, and they came out here and shot lights out. We were never able to catch up with them. I thought we probably played one of our better offensive halves in the first half, and it still wasn't enough. I thought we had a chance to keep the game in the balance a little bit, but we missed some easy opportunities ourselves. We had some nice open looks, as well as some opportunities around the rim. Even when they were the separation at half, I was still like, man, if we made a couple more of those layups, or maybe hit one of those threes, it probably could be a 10 or 12 point game and still in reach. But they were able, once they kind of got that separation, they got a lot of confidence. Even the guys that came off the bench played with a lot of confidence, and they tough. Hard to win a game when the other team gets more offensive rebounds and you get defensive rebounds. Just didn't think we had the physicality that we needed to compete against this team tonight.
Well, I guess what's the message to the team in the locker room after a game like
Well, I think this is one of those where you just kind of forget about it. Right? Again, I came off a pretty good note the other day and got us our first win, and then we run into a kind of a buzzsaw today. But I think for us, it's just the physicality that we talked about coming into the game. We didn't have it, and even when we did, go and hit, just their length. We still, kind of got balls around the basket and did some, got their hands on balls, and it seemed like it fell their way tonight. But again, it's one of those that you just got to forget, get back to work. Got tomorrow off, get back to work Thursday and Friday, and then we got a trip to South Carolina this weekend.
Yeah, you said Saturday that you hoped that the Missouri win could be a catalyst for you guys, and then obviously you have the most points since 1996 in a game. So where do you see the state of your program being right now?
We lost one game. Obviously we went from having a high, winning a game, and to losing the game again. That team was probably just more talented than we are. We have to do a lot of things right to beat that team, and we didn't do it. I mean, I don't think our front court probably had 2 rebounds in the first half, and then I think that was tiring with those 2. So 2 defensive rebounds. Again, they really crashed the boards on us, and it was. Brought it to us. I mean, I think, Dillingham, Shepard, those guys making shot. Reeves, I thought Reeves was really good. It seemed like every time, he raised up, it was going in, felt like it was going in. And tough, we tried to, get our guys going. I thought Eds was getting in the paint. He was making some sprays, guys weren't making shots, so, he started to press a little bit. Tiring as well. He only got, it's not going to be a great night for us when he only gets 6 shots. Where he's a guy that we count on putting points on the board, and he wasn't able to get any comfort of putting shots up tonight.
What do you attribute the defensive struggles to tonight? Was it just shot making, or anything you guys did?
No, I don't know. I think it was, some of the coverage. We allowed the ball to get middle a lot, in our defensive pick and roll coverages. It was try to have the guard keep the ball on the side a little bit and play with the 2 guys in the pick and roll, kind of play their own. And they, we did, we let the ball get over the top a number of times. I mean, I just think just looking at it at halftime, it was just lack of execution. Right, not it's things that we've done before, but we just didn't execute it well tonight. And obviously, once we kind of, we were in no man's land a few times, and they were able to get some lobs over the top. I mean, they have the athletes to go and make you pay whenever you don't play those coverages exactly right. But I mean, I just think it was more lack of execution more so than anything else.
What was the game plan for Evan today? 20 points, a lot of 3-pointers. What were you trying to get him really involved?
Yeah, I mean, he was one of our bright spots on the offensive end. Got him some good looks. He was able to get his feet. I mean, really, he was, a couple of days ago, we weren't even sure if he was going to be available tonight. He had a ACL sprain from the previous game that he did in the first, at the end of the first half. He was able to battle through the second half of the game, and it was swollen. The next day we thought it was kind of minor, but it was swollen, so he had to deal with that for the last couple of days. But he came out and performed tonight, put the brace on. So I think he's gotten tougher. You know, honestly, I think, you know, Evan has grown. He's grown in understanding, you know, how we want to play on both ends of the floor, and I think just his physicality and toughness has grown since his time here. So I'm happy with his production. Now we just got to get a few more guys to join him and have some performances with him, you know, especially and to try to beat a team like this. You know, everybody's been well documented. It's one of the best offensive teams in the country, and I felt like we got some of the things that we wanted from them on our offensive end, our defensive end. We just didn't make enough shots for it to really matter tonight.
It looked like Kentucky took a shot. There were 10 seconds left. Did you have any conversations about that?
No. I mean, it was like kid got in. Probably a kid that very, very rarely gets in the game, and he had an opportunity to make a shot. I mean, it was maybe another day I would have been, but you know, I just didn't have the energy for it tonight. I think my energy was more at the officials. I thought that the game kind of got away from them again. You know, the same three officials that were here against Tennessee, and kind of the same thing. Just felt like it was no consistency. That's all you want in a game. It's just consistency, and I didn't feel like they were consistent that night, nor were they consistent tonight.
You know, you mentioned Kentucky being a more talented team. With this being your 5th season, is that concerning as far as the state of your program goes, to have such a gap in talent?
I mean, I think we got to improve our talent. I think we've had some pieces that are on par to play with that type of team, but again, our older guys aren't here with us anymore. We have kind of started over with younger guys. Got a couple older guys, you know, with Tyron has some experience, Ed's has some experience, but again, a lot of the guys that we're rolling out there are a little bit younger and probably not 5-star talent that they got. I like our talent, I like our guys, but none of them are on the draft boards. There's probably a couple of those guys out there. So yeah, we got a little bit of catching up to do. When you talk about comparing programs, I think we can't really compare ourselves to a team that that's probably had 25 years of excellence, of producing pro talent. So yeah, we got a ways to go to get to that point.
Time for one more.
Kentucky obviously filled up the basket tonight from 3. What was your game plan defensively to adjust to slow them down from behind the arc?
No, I mean, we wanted to match up to shooters. We want to try to be in our game plan in the pick and roll coverage is to try to let the two in the pick and roll handle it so we could push out, to their shooters. But again, a lot of it was just transition. Right, the first, they had 17 points in transition and 12 points on second chance points. So that's the game right there. Again, I always say if we get to our half-court defense, I feel pretty good on that. We made them miss. We made them miss when we got to the half-court defense. We just didn't secure the basketball. So I think it was a combination of those. Again, I don't think we ran hard enough back, and we talked about it. I mean, this team, last couple teams we played really pushed the basketball. They throw cross-court passes, and those guys are live in transition to shoot threes. They have the freedom to do so. Again, like I said, that's 29 points of the points that they scored in the first half. 17 in transition and 12 second chance points. I mean, it's tough to win any game when you allow that, especially in one. That should be a full game, not even a full game, but that was a half for us today. So we definitely dug a big hole for ourselves.
All right, thanks, Coach.